Hello YouTubers, this is 777 Die Hard Forever coming at you with another highly anticipated and highly recommended model as I continue to play catch up. Today I'll be doing a review on the JC Wings Ethiopian Airlines Boeing 787-8 Dreamliner aircraft in a 1/200 scale model. This is my second Ethiopian Airlines model that I purchased from Troy's Toys, whose store is based out of Overland Park, Kansas, here in the United States of America, and his website address is www.troystoysinc.com. But first, before I go into details about this particular model, allow me to share some information about Ethiopian Airlines and how they got started, if you would please. Ethiopian Airlines was founded on December 21st, 1945, and officially commenced operations on April 8, 1946, when it began flying its first revenue service flight from Addis Ababa to Cairo, Egypt, via Asmara, using one of 5 C-47 Skytrains acquired from the United States government. The company was financed by the Ethiopian government, but was managed by the now defunct airline TWA, which is better known as Trans World Airlines, and operated under that airline's name until 1965, when the airline's firm changed from a corporation to a share company and changed its name from Ethiopian Airlines to what has become known today as Ethiopian Airlines. Ethiopian Airlines is the national flag carrier airline for the country of Ethiopia, as well as the largest operating airline on the African continent, that's based in terms of the number of passengers carried, destinations served, fleet size, and revenue generated respectively. Whereas the headquarters of Ethiopian Airlines, along with its main hub and base of operations, is located on the grounds of Bole International Airport, which is located approximately 3.7 miles southeast of the city center in the Bole district section of Addis, Ababa, Ethiopia. The airline also has secondary hubs that's located at Lome Tokoin Airport, located in Lome, Togo, and Lilongwe International Airport, located in Lilongwe, Malawi. As of February 2019, or at the time this video review posted, Ethiopian Airlines currently flies to 125 destinations and 44 freighter destinations worldwide from the airline's hub in Addis Ababa, with the operating fleet of 116 aircraft, which includes 19 Boeing 787-8 Dreamliners and 3 Boeing 787-9 stretch Dreamliners. And in addition to the 116 aircraft that currently operates in the Ethiopian fleet, the airline also has unfulfilled orders for an additional 65 more aircraft, which includes 5 more Boeing 787-9 stretch Dreamliners, and those aircraft, as we speak, are currently on back order and are awaiting delivery. Also, as of February 2019, or at the time this video review posted, Ethiopian Airlines currently operates as a certified 4-star airline carrier, according to the international airline review firm Skytrax magazine. Alright everyone, let's take a look at the front of the box here, and what you see here in front of you is the Ethiopian title, the airline's logo, the Ethiopian title in Amharic encrypted language, the airline's logo also in the background, the computer generated picture of the aircraft, the Boeing official license product decal, as well as the 1/200 scale die-cast aircraft model information on the front of the box. Alright, now you're looking at the back of the box, and what you see there, the Ethiopian title, as well as the Ethiopian title in Amharic language, the airline's logo, the specification, the aircraft type, the warning information, and you slide over to the right of the box, you see the length and the width of the aircraft, you see there. You see the JC Wings Facebook social media page, as well as this logo. You can pause and read all that if you like. In the meantime, I'm going to keep this moving, alright? Now you're looking at the top of the box, and what you see there, the aircraft type, the Ethiopian title, the airline's logo, the Ethiopian title name in the Amharic encrypted writing, the 1/200 scale die-cast aircraft model that you see displayed at the top of the box. Now you're looking at the bottom of the box, the same information at the top of the box I showed you earlier on. Now you're looking at the metal model stand that actually came with the model, you see here. And then you see that black pattern right there, folks, on that model stand. The purpose of that black pattern, everyone, is not only to protect your model, but also prevent it from being damaged or scratched when you put your model on this particular model stand. Now you're looking at this plastic bag. What you see in this plastic bag are the gear replacement doors for this particular model, featuring the two little toothpicks. Please stay tuned as I go into detail for the purpose of these gear replacements for this particular model. Alright? Okay, with all that information out the way about the history of Ethiopian Airlines and how they got started and they still operating strongly as we speak, all the details here on the front of the box, as well as the specification information concerning this particular aircraft at the back of the box. The model stand actually came with the model, as well as the gear replacements that's inside this plastic bag. With no further ado, everyone, here is the model. Check it out. There it is, everyone. The JC Wings Ethiopian Airlines Boeing 787-8 Dreamliner aircraft in a 1/200 scale model. Now, allow me to share some information how Ethiopian Airlines allowed this aircraft to become part of their fleet, which is changing the game for them in the aviation world. Ethiopian Airlines became the African launch customer as well as the third operator after ANA All Nippon Airways and Japan Airlines that acquired this prestigious state-of-the-art aircraft, as Ethiopian Airlines took delivery of its first of 19 Boeing 787-8 Dreamliners that Ethiopian Airlines had placed orders for back on February 5, 2005, and received their very first Boeing 787-8 Dreamliner aircraft, which bears the registration ship number ET-AOQ, on August 14, 2012, as Ethiopian Airlines became the first African carrier to operate the Boeing 787-8 Dreamliner aircraft in its fleet. And the airline's first inaugural flight on this iconic jetliner took place 2 days later on August 16, 2012, with the aircraft's first commercial flight as Ethiopian Airlines Flight ET-501, which flew from Washington Dulles International Airport in Dulles, Virginia, to the airline's main hub at Bole International Airport in Addis, Ababa, Ethiopia. Then was followed with its first inaugural European Revenue Service flight, which took place shortly thereafter on August 29, 2012, when it flew from the airline's hub at Bole International Airport in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, to Frankfurt am Main Airport in Frankfurt, Germany, as Ethiopian Airlines Flight ET-706, alternating with the Boeing 777-200LR and the Airbus A350-900XWB that are used on these routes respectively, as Addis Ababa has become the primary gateway base for this aircraft type, as their Boeing 787s currently operate mostly out of their main hub at Bole International Airport. Ethiopian Airlines ordered a total of 19 Boeing 787-8s to add to its fleet, and at the time of this video review posting, all 19 Boeing 787-8s are currently operating in service, as this aircraft has become the aircraft that will eventually replace the airline's aging Boeing 767-300ERs, as this aircraft will become one of the airline's official flagship jetliners for the Addis Ababa-based airline, along with the Boeing 787-9 Dreamliner and the Airbus A350-900XWB, as Ethiopian Airlines continue to modernize this aircraft fleet for the foreseeable future. Now let's talk about the livery scheme on this aircraft, okay? Sometime in 2003, Ethiopian Airlines revitalized their corporate identity when the airline changed its livery scheme for the first time in 56 years. The Ethiopian Airlines livery scheme, which consists of green, yellow, and red across the African skies, came to symbolize an independent Africa, as the airline became the sole operator to other African countries as they broke free from the yoke of colonialism by the way of the African Renaissance and Pan-Africanism, as this livery scheme has been the airline's signature trademark livery look ever since it was unveiled in 2003. So, with all that information out of the way, how this aircraft became part of its fleet, as well as the livery scheme you see displayed on this aircraft, with no further ado, let's get down to the nitty-gritty and let me show you all the details on this aircraft model. Shall we? Let's check it out. Alright, we're going to start at the front of the aircraft here on the port side, where you see the nose gears right here, the nose gear struts, the nose gear doors featuring the partial registration ship number OS, and then there's the pitot tube and the static ports, and then there's the nose cone right there, the cockpit windows as well as the windshield wipers. But more important, you see this nice little yellow line logo displayed right here underneath the cockpit window. And this painted logo, which is based on the line of Judah that used to be on the Ethiopian flag, is considered a symbol of prestige and strength that has been associated with the country for hundreds of years. For most of the airline's 73-year existence, Ethiopian Airlines has always resembled this quiet, inconspicuous line logo as part of their livery scheme, which can actually be seen near the nose cone and underneath the cockpit windows of every Ethiopian Airlines aircraft flying today. And then you see the Star Alliance logo sits between the cockpit windows and the L1 boarding door, which sits right here. As Ethiopian Airlines actually joined the Star Alliance on December 13, 2011, which consists of 27 airline members from 5 inhabited continents, and this alliance includes Air Canada, Lufthansa, SAS Scandinavian Airlines System, Thai Airways International, and United as the 5 founding members. And then you see the Ethiopian billboard title sees across this fuselage right there, which is impressive right there. And then you see the Boeing 787 decal that sits underneath the Ethiopian billboard title. Ethiopian Airlines became the first African airline to operate the Boeing 787 in its fleet, and one of 3 African operators, along with Casablanca, Morocco-based Royal Air Maroc, and Nairobi, Kenya-based Kenya Airways, that also operate the Boeing 787-8 Dreamliner in their fleets as well, as Ethiopian Airlines is currently Africa's largest airline operator of this aircraft type, variant with 19 in service. Now you're looking at the center of the aircraft here on the port side, but you're looking at the lower part of it where you see the landing bogey gears here, the landing gear struts, as well as the landing gear doors. But more important, you see these nice little massive engines right here, featuring the engine cones right there. It looks more realistic and appealing. And these are the General Electric Gen X-1B type engines that are used on this particular Ethiopian Airlines Boeing 787-8 Dreamliner aircraft. And now you see the sawtooth pattern right there. The purpose of this sawtooth pattern, folks, is for noise reduction and help improve fuel efficiency at the same time. You also see the General Electric GE logo right there on the engine column as well. Now I'm going to turn this aircraft model around, let you see the front of the engines. Let's check them out. Now you're looking at the front of the engines here on the port side, featuring the engine stripes right there, and the turbofan blades do spin. Check it out. There. And then you see the inboard landing light right there, in the little triangular panel, little 3 little dots right there. Makes it more realistic and appealing there. And you got the front visual view of the landing bogey gears here on this side of the aircraft, featuring the landing gear struts as well as the landing gear doors. Now you're looking at the front of the engines here on the starboard side of the aircraft, featuring the engine stripes over here as well, and the turbofan blade spin over here as well. Check that out. Awesome. And then you see the inboard landing lights on this side of the aircraft, as well as the front visual view of this the gears here, featuring the landing gear struts as well as the landing gear doors. Alright, now you're looking at the front of the aircraft where you got a better visual view of the cockpit windows, the windshield wipers. You see the partial registration ship number on there, OS, the nose cone, the nose gear doors, the landing gear lights inside of the nose gear doors, the landing gear struts, as well as the front landing gears. Now you're looking at the rake wingtip here on the side of the aircraft, featuring the red navigation light that sits on the edge of the rake wingtip. Alright, now you're looking at the back of the aircraft here on the port side, and we see the Lucy title sits underneath the windows there. And Ethiopian Airlines dedicated this particular aircraft by giving this aircraft this particular name, as Lucy happens to be a 3.2 million year old fossil specimen whose bone fossils representing 40% of the female skeleton of the hominin species in the Australopithecus afarensis is by far the most complete skeleton ever discovered of an early human ancestor. Was actually discovered on November 24, 1974 in Africa near the village Haydar in the Awash Valley of Afar Triangle, located in Ethiopia by Donald Johansson, Maurice Taeb, Eves Coppins, and Tom Gray. Whereas this particular prehistoric skeleton is currently preserved at the National Museum of Ethiopia, which is located in the Ethiopian capital of Addis Ababa. And now you see the Amharic inscripted writing displayed on the aircraft, which is right here. The inscripted writing that's actually displayed on this aircraft, as you can see per se, literally means Ethiopia, inscripted in an Amharic, which is actually pronounced in Amharic as Ethiopia. That's how it's pronounced, Ethiopia, okay? And then you see the Dreamliner decal right there, right underneath the window. But right there, before I get to that part, you see the that is the AFT bolt bin door right there. This aircraft was given the name Dreamliner in July 2003 after a public naming competition was held for the 787, in which this aircraft was originally named. The E was said to have stood for various things such as environmentally friendly or efficiency. However, Boeing later revealed that the E actually stood for 8, and after casting approximately a half million votes in more than 160 countries around the world, the Dreamliner was the favorite choice name for this aircraft, and was officially given the name the Boeing 787 Dreamliner in January 2005, as this decal can be seen on most of the 787s that are currently flying today. Alright, we're still at the back of the aircraft here on the port side, where you see the registration ship number right by the L4 rear exit door there, ET-AOS. Registration ship number ET-AOS. This aircraft is literally Ethiopia's third Boeing 787-8 Dreamliner aircraft that actually entered the airline's fleet, and the first test flight on this aircraft took place on September 13, 2012, and was delivered to Ethiopian Airlines on October 22, 2012. Alright, we're still at the back of the aircraft here on the port side, where you see the Boeing 787-8 decal right by the L4 exit rear door. As of February 2019, or at the time this video review posted, Ethiopian Airlines is one of 32 operators around the world and counting that currently operates the Boeing 787-8 Dreamliner aircraft in their fleet, as this aircraft has since become one of the airline's official flagship jetliners for the Addis Ababa based carrier. Alright, we're still at the back of the aircraft still, and let's look at the airline's logo that's displayed on the tail fin of the aircraft you see there. And this is the actual logo of Ethiopian Airlines, and 3 of the slanting interlocking wedges along with the tricolors of green, yellow, and red, as you can see here, per se, actually resembles that of the country's national flag of Ethiopia, as Ethiopian Airlines has officially been the country's national flag carrier airline ever since it was founded on December 21st, 1945. Now you're looking at the back of the aircraft, what you see the APU exhaust, which means auxiliary power unit exhaust hole right here, and there is a hole here, very realistic, awesome. And then right next to the APU exhaust hole and between the horizontal stabilizer is the strobe light you see right there, as well as the entire aircraft from the rear view angle. Let's check it out. There it is, folks, the Ethiopian Boeing 787-8 Dreamliner aircraft from the rear view angle. Alright, now you're looking at the front of the aircraft here on the starboard side, where you see the nose gears, the nose gear struts, the nose gear landing gear door with the partial registration ship number on there, OS, the pitot tubes, the static ports, what have you, the nose cone, the cockpit window, the windshield wiper, the Airline logo you see there, the Star Alliance decal, the Boeing 787 decal there, the front cargo container loading door, as well as the Ethiopian billboard tile displays on the front on this part of the aircraft as well. Alright, now you're looking at the General Electric Gen X 1B type engines on this side of the aircraft, featuring the General Electric GE logo right there on the engine column. The sawtooth pattern right there, as I mentioned earlier, for the purpose of this sawtooth pattern is for noise reduction to help improve fuel efficiency at the same time. You see the realistic engine cones right there, as well as a side visual view of the landing bogey gears here on this side of the aircraft, featuring the landing gear struts as well as the landing gear doors. Now you're looking at the rake wingtip here on the starboard side of the aircraft, featuring the green navigation light that sits on the edge of that rake wingtip. The little wingtip a little bent there though, but it ain't no big deal. It's all good though. Alright, now you're looking at the back of the aircraft here on the starboard side, where you see the rear cargo container loading door right there. You see the Lucy title there, the Amharic inscripted writing display right there, the Dreamliner title, the registration ship number, the aircraft type, as well as the airline's logo displayed on the tail fin of the aircraft, as you see there. Now looking at the APU exhaust on this side of the aircraft, as well as the strobe light you see there between the APU exhaust and the horizontal stabilizer. Okay, before I show you the aerial bird's eye view of this aircraft model, as well as the undercarriage belly view of this aircraft model in full detail, allow me to let you check out one feature, which is the rolling gears, which rolls pretty good. Front nose gear is a little challenging though, but yeah, but it does tilt though. The nose gear swivels as well, as you can see there, there, and there. Okay, so with that said, allow me to show you the aerial bird's eye view of this aircraft model. Let's check it out. Alright, now you're looking at this aircraft model from the aerial bird's eye view. We're going to start at the front where you see the nose cone, the cockpit windows, the windshield wipers, the partial registration ship number above the cockpit window, OS, the cockpit escape hatch door, anti-collision beacon light right there, another antenna, the Wi-Fi box antenna there, a couple more antennas, the vertical stabilizer known as the tail, the horizontal stabilizer with a little black dot here as well as over here as well. Those black dots are called the illuminator lights. And the purpose of these illuminator lights is light up this tail here when it flies during nighttime. Now let's check out the wings. No wing walkway, but you got the no step warning information on the wings here. The engine right there, as well as the flaps, slats, aileron, spoilers, what have you. There's the registration ship number, as well as the fuel dump valve, as well as the rake wingtip on this side of the aircraft. Now let's check out on this side over here. No wing walkway over here, but you got the no step warning information you see there. The engine right there, as well as the flaps, slats, aileron, spoilers, what have you. The fuel dump valve right there, as well as the rake wingtip on this side of the aircraft as well. Now you're looking at the undercarriage belly view of this aircraft model, where you see the nose cone, the nose gear closed and open right there, as well as the front nose gear. And then you come up this way, the anti-collision beacon light right there, the hole where the stand goes in at, another antenna, and the APU housing door right there, and the horizontal stabilizers underneath. Now let's check out this side here. The gears. A little challenging tilting there, but it's okay. Then you see the engines right there, as well as the flaps, slats, aileron, spoilers, what have you. The registration ship number, the fuel dump valve, as well as the rake wingtip. Let's check out over on this side here. Okay, gears tilt there, pretty good. The engines right there, as well as the flaps, slats, aileron, spoilers, what have you. Fuel dump valve, as well as the rake wingtip on this side of the aircraft as well. Okay, since I show you the aerial bird's eye view of this aircraft model, as well as the undercarriage belly view of this aircraft model in its entirety, now I'm going to put it on that nice little model stand that actually came with the model I showed you earlier on. So no further ado, everyone, here is the model on the stand. Check it out. Alright, finally got this model on the stand with no problem, no headset. As you see him being displayed and viewed from the port side of the aircraft in a takeoff landing position. Now you're seeing this model being displayed in the takeoff landing position with the model on stand being viewed from the front view angle. Now you're seeing this model being displayed in the takeoff landing position with the model on the stand being viewed from the starboard side of the aircraft. And finally, you're seeing this model being displayed in the takeoff landing position with the model on stand being viewed from the tail cam angle. Okay, before I take this model to stand, I got in this position for a reason, and the reason is the magnetic detachable gears that came with this model. So I'm going to go ahead and take them off, starting with the front nose gear right here. You see that? It's magnetic right there. The gears here on the port side, you see there. As well as the gears here on the starboard side, as you can see there. Okay, so With all that information out the way, with the gears off there, I'm gonna let you see this model at a different angle without the gears. Check it out. Now you see this model being displayed with the model on the stand without the gears, as you see it being displayed in the in-flight mode position. Now you got one or two options how you want to display your model. If you want to continue to display your model like this in this position, that's fine. Now you remember these gear replacement doors I showed you earlier. That's the purpose of these gear replacement doors, is to substitute your gears while you display your model like this while it's in in-flight mode position. Or you can keep it in the other option, as to with the gears down in the gear down position with the gears on there. Either way, it's all good as you choose. I choose to leave mine on there in the gear down position because it adds more value to the model. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and put these gears back on this model, take this model stand, and go ahead and wrap up this model review. Alright, let's talk about the seating configuration. The Ethiopian Airlines Bole 787-8 Dreamliner aircraft seats 270 passengers in a two-class configured cabin layout. Here's the breakdown, everyone, from rows 1 to 4, which will be from about here to about right there. You have 24 Cloud 9 business class live flatbed seats in rows 11 to 39, which will be from here all the way back to the rear of the aircraft. You have an additional 246 economy class seats, which brings the total to 270 seats. And finally, Ethiopian Airlines currently utilizes their Boeing 787-8 Dreamliners on routes from the airline's hub in Addis, Ababa to worldwide destinations such as, this is a long list I'm going to run it to you right now: Abidjan, Ivory Coast; Conakry via Abidjan; Newark, New Jersey via Abidjan; Accra, Ghana; Antananarivo, Madagascar; Bangkok, Hong Kong via Bangkok; Jakarta, Indonesia via Bangkok; Brussels, Belgium; Manchester, England via Brussels; Pointe-Noire, Congo; Brazzaville, Congo via Pointe-Noire; Chengdu, China; Dubai, Dublin, Ireland; Chicago O'Hare via Dublin; Los Angeles via Dublin; Washington Dulles via Dublin; Guangzhou, China; Hong Kong; Manila, Philippines via Hong Kong; Istanbul, Turkey; Moscow, Domodedovo via Istanbul; Kano, Nigeria; Kaduna, Nigeria via Kano; Kilimanjaro, Tanzania; Zanzibar, Tanzania via Kilimanjaro; Kahanza, Congo; Brazzaville via Kahanza; Libreville, Gabon; Yaoundé, Cameroon via Libreville; Lomé, Togo; New York, JFK via Lomé; Newark, New Jersey via Lomé; Madrid, Spain; Dublin via Madrid; Rome, Fiumicino; Geneva, Switzerland via Rome; Milan, Malpensa via Rome; Sao Paulo, Brazil; Buenos Aires via Sao Paulo; Seoul, Incheon; Tokyo, Narita via Seoul, Incheon; Singapore; Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia via Singapore; Stockholm, Orlando; Oslo, Norway via Stockholm, Orlando; Vienna, Austria; Milan, Malpensa via Vienna; Brussels, Belgium via Vienna; Geneva, Switzerland via Vienna; Stockholm, Orlando via Vienna; Windhoek, Namibia, and Zanzibar. Well, everyone, this will conclude this model review. I'd like to know if you got this model or you plan on getting it, if you can find it. Some deals may have it, but your only outside chance of getting it at this point is on eBay. So with that said, take care. God bless. Stay tuned. There's more model content coming. Peace.